Our first guest tonight is a 3-time Emmy-winning actor. His show has the most talked about bunker since Archie and Edith. Season 2 of Paradise is on Hulu now. Please welcome Sterling K.Brown. How are you? I thought it was casual Thursday. I would have worn my merch too had I known. Listen, let me tell you. I was doing this bunker shoot for the show. I thought that my stylist was meeting me here and and so wait before I hung up a bunch of clothes in my house. I was like, ooh, this stuff is nice. I don't know who bought this for me. That's the kind of life that I have. And I just hung it up thinking it was my stuff. And I supposed to bring the crap to the show. It's my bad. It's my fault. So here you are in a sweatwit. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here in full sand, man. Doesn't matter. Thank you very much. It is an interesting thing, though, because you're an adult man. I am an adult man. And yet, and I experience this also because I wear a suit every night, but I'm in a suit for like an hour and 4 minutes every day. Right, back to the athlete. But it's a little bit weird that, as adults we have people dressing us as if we're 5, 6 years old. It's very true. And if you get too much in the way, then you feel bad because they need to do their job. So you stand there and you let them like roll lint off of you. I'm like, I'm a big boy, but they need something to drink. The last time I saw you, you were all dressed up was at the Critics' Choice Awards. We had a great time. We got a chance to sit at the same table at the Critics' Choice Awards. You won that night. Congratulations. Great. Thank you, thank you. I was hoping that you would win too. Yeah, it was fun because, you never know who you're going to sit next to sometimes. I was like, okay, good, all right. And they give a great spread. And by a great spread, I mean not really. Like there's no hot food, Not only was there no hot food, there was no like real food. There was no food at all. It was fruit and like crackers and a little bit of cheese, right? It was like, yeah, something like you'd get on an hour-long flight. So like a small charcuterie, you know what I'm saying? Like teeny tiny. My wife was only eating the grapes on the plate. I forgot about listen and I too enjoy a good grape. And so as I'm eating my grapes, she goes, "Can I have your grapes?" And I said, "Black woman, can't you see I'm eating my grapes?" And then all these lovely white people, including Jimmy and Molly and the other producer on the show, they were like, "You guys just started giving my wife grapes." You did. And then other white people that I didn't even know were like, "You can have our grapes too." And to her credit, Ryan Michelle bait all them grapes. That's my wife. I noticed that Molly and Aaron, our producer, were giving your wife grapes. I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, she likes the grapes." And I started pulling grapes off strangers' plates and handing them to your wife. Wife's got to eat them. And she liked the grapes. She likes grapes. Now you have another award show coming up. You're nominated for the Actor Award, which is called the SAV Award. Yeah, thank you. Will you be prepared in advance with a Lunchable or something like that? I got to bring something like some protein bars or something because she likes to eat. She likes to nosh, and what happens is she starves herself all day while she's getting the glam and everything and she forgets to eat. So I got to come prepared with something. Yeah, definitely. Now, how about your kids? How old are your sons now? Kids are 10 and 14 right now. 10 and 14. Yeah, Mari's 10, 14 is end. That's a fun age span there, right? They're awesome. Yeah, they're so much fun. They like Amari's more sort of creative and likes to perform. He plays the bass or he's learning the bass. Okay, right now. And then Andrew is a soccer player. He plays club soccer. Okay. So, which of your sons, you posted a drawing that one of your sons did on Instagram. Now I guess this was a while ago. Or else it was a while ago. If it wasn't a while ago, your son's a very bad artist, but it was a while ago. How long ago was it? He was in first grade. Amari was in first grade, all right. And he is drawing this picture like his for Halloween, what he thought his teacher should be. And one of them he thought should be a star because she's a really bright star, and the other one thought she should be a pencil because she's really good at math. Right. So he drew a picture of one teacher as a star and then one teacher as a pencil. I do have it. Yes, so okay. Coming close. So there's the star. Look, I would do his credit. That's the tip of the pencil and that's the eraser up there. And again, that's how people become pencils. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem comfortable. It looks like it's a number 2 pencil. It seems that's good. That's a good one. Wow. And so the teacher sent this one home. They sent it home. Well, they send all of it home, and I put it on IG and they saw it and they were like, "Yeah, that was a good one. We remember that. Well, it's actually genius. It's fantastic. Which one were you? Were you playing sports or doing probably more of a sports guy? I played a little bit of football and basketball. I got a story. Okay, oh all right. I got a story. I've never told this story before either. I was a sophomore in high school, was playing a basketball against this guy. I won't name the guy, but he liked to try to bully me. Would we know the guy? No, random white dude. Okay, all right. So did he have grapes? He probably, well, this is the best part of the story. So Keith's tall guy, 66, 67, and I was a 4, which is like a power forward, but I'm like, Grandmama, I'm low to the ground, but I'm strong. Don't push me around. You're going to catch the static. So this dude's trying to like bump me off the post and everything. And we're just bumping each other all the way down court, right? And so he tries to like sucker me in the ribs. I get him back. My coach takes me out of the game, right? The next day we hear this guy's talking crap about you. 15. Lots of testosterone going through your body. So-and-so is talking crap about you. I was like, no, so-and-so ain't talking crap about me. Me and a group of like 3 of my friends get in my friend's car, drive to this guy's school to beat him up. So I go to this other school. I say, hey, white dude, you talking crap about me. He's like, yeah, what you going to do about it? So then we go to fight. He grabs me by the grapes and I said, you grabbing him, why grapes? I didn't say that, but I said, you grabbing him, why grapes? And I disarm HIM. I picked him up and bodies slammed him onto the thing. Then the headmaster of that school had a son who was a senior at my school. So she sees me. My name is Sterling K.Brown. I go by Kelby. She sees me and she goes, Kelby, is that you? I said, the jig is up, I got to get out of here. Right, go back to school. My buddies who were in the car with me got suspended for 2 days. I got suspended for 5 days. And I'm tell you that was like the biggest change in my life happened in that moment. I learned that people are always watching and you have to carry yourself with a certain dignity and aplomb. And I'm not proud of the moment, but I'm happy that I was able to learn something from WoW. Okay, that's great. Yeah, now thank you. I tell you, I would have looked at a little bit differently. I would have learned the lesson when he grabbed my grapes. Yeah, that's when I said, you know what, maybe don't drive through the school. I didn't like it when it was uncomfortable. Strange. I like the grandma reference. You know, I went to UNLV. Larry Johnson. That's right. Grandma's probably like my because he's 64, which wasn't super huge or whatnot, and so I'm 6 feet, but I consider myself grandmama. Oh, yeah, you're a good-look grandma, that's for sure. Charlie K.Brown is here. His show is called Paradise Season 2 is on Humor right now. We'll be right back. I haven't seen the real sunset in years. What did you use for lights down there? Fake sky, fake mechanical sun. It looked so real at first, but the longer we were down there, the more I don't know, the more the seams began to show. That is Sterling K. around and new cast member Cheyenne Woodley, wonderful in Paradise, which is back for Season 2 on Hulu. Will you explain for those who and I I think you can reveal the twist. I can reveal a little bit of a twist. Okay. So the first season of Paradise takes place and what we learn is a bunker. There's a catastrophic event that happens in the world. These people live in a bunker and they survive. Season 2, we leave the bunker and we see how people who didn't have planning and resources are able to survive the same catastrophe. Yes, yeah. And now the first season you were underground the whole time. That is correct. Now you're above ground. Above ground. Number, is it better or does it make a difference when you're shooting or no? You have to go to more places. Okay. I got poison oak in shooting this year because there's no poison oak in the bunker, but there's poison oak in the real world. Shot me up with steroids because the show's got to go on, bro. Like I'm telling you, Brown was walking around like I said, guys, is there something on my back? And I showed my makeup artist like, yeah, bro, you got a hole, it was like Braille. It was like all up and down my back. I don't, you know what? I haven't heard the words poison oak for like 30 years. Like it used to be in our childhood. It used to be like a poison oak. Killer bees. Yeah, a quicksand was something quicksand. Well, it didn't happen, but I was scared of it. The Bermuda Triangle. That's true. Yeah, and poison oak and poison ivy, but I've not heard of anybody getting in those situations. I got it. You bringing back poison oak. I'm bringing back the oak. Crazy. And your wife, Ryan, your wife is in one of the episodes. Ryan is in episode 6, and she's a part of Jane's backstory. Jane is our cutie doll cute killer who is delightful and sweet, but will also can't trust white women's tears. It'll get you every time, Jack, every time, and Ryan helps her become who she is. Ryan, you and Ryan host a podcast together. We don't always agree. That is correct. That's the name of the podcast. Not just me and my wife, but yeah. Had you acted together before? Dude, we've done a few things. So she's been on This Is Us. She was on a show I did called Army Wives for a long time. Oh, the first show that I ever did. My first job out of grad school was an under 5 on the guiding light. Under 5 is if you have 5 lines or less, right? So Ryan and I get hired separately as a llama in a llama's class as a couple about to have a baby. Ryan and I were not dadding at the time. Ryan and I were not speaking at the time. I did not like Ryan Michelle Bate at this time. So I find out that she's playing like my pregnant wife on the thing, and she loves to do stuff to mess with me because she knew I was annoyed. So she'd be like, "Hey Sterling, how are you?" And she'd just touch me like all over, and I'll be like, "Ah, stop that." So the llama's instructor, who is also in my class at NYU, she says, "Listen, you're going to daddies. You're going to have to do nice. Be nice to the mommies. Give them massages. Give them sponge baths. Everything is going to be great." And so her line is she turns to me from like behind and she goes, "Sponge baths." And I go, "All the time, except I didn't look her in the eye, Jimmy. I looked her directly in the forehead. And if you tell, you can't tell that I'm not looking her in the eye." And I said, "All but you can't, they can't." Sorry, that's Brown knowing the camera. 'Cause that woman got on my nerves. I love her now. We've been married for 20 years. 20 years. And Shay and Woodley, I love this little detail. She plays a tour guide at Grace and Elvis's house. That's right. That's pretty, that's a fun place to be. They must be for people who like Elvis. Like I am, and not to say shout out to Elvis fans. I grew up listening to a lot of black people and Dan loves white people. Fullman. Dan Fogman, who you know, super producer Dan Fogman. Super producer Dan Fogman, who created This Is Us, who created Paradise, like he comes up with all these covers of like white people. And I always pitch him like a song. I was like, "Can we throw a little Prince? Can we throw a little Stevie Wonder?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, sure. None but white people, but it's fine. Really. When I do, he rejects your suggestions music-wise all the time. He's a music. Really? Interesting. Oh, I don't mind. You know, when I met Dan, he worked for me on a show and he was a production assistant. Remind him, very low-level production assistant. And we didn't call him Dan Fogelman. We only called him Dan Fogelberg, who is, if you know your music from the 70s. The whitest of all white. I mean, as white as Fogber, leader of the band. It's about his father. Leader of the band. It's a sad song about his father. And you called him Fogelberg, called him Fogerberg. Yeah. And that's probably why he won't put any black music on the show. That's probably he turned 50 the other day. He turned 50 like right before we had look at that. There he is. That's the guy. He's a cute. Can you believe that face is in charge of so many shows? Only Murders in the Building. This Is Us. He's got a new NFL show coming out. He hates to see his picture on TV. Oh, he's going to like this one. Yeah. Well, happy 50th birthday, Furberg. You too. It's great to see you. Always a pleasure. Season 2 of Paradise is on Hulu now. Sterling K.Brown. We'll be right back with David Manny.